Okay, now let's talk about upper body facing the foot bar. We have many options for how we can do that. One red spring, one blue spring for lighter. So I'm gonna tell you right now, seated crisscross on the carriage is not accessible for a lot of clients because their hips are tight and their knees are gonna be way up here. Everything's gonna be super tight, although valuable, right? Or straight legs out in front. So we can do this, but again, when we're doing this, a lot of clients do not have access to sitting upright in this 90-degree hip hinge. For clients with tight hamstrings, this is gonna really put a lot of shear force on their low back, and it's not gonna be comfortable, okay? We also have the option to do kneeling upper body facing the foot bar, but I would consider this more intermediate to advanced, okay? We have our low kneeling option here. So low kneeling, you're sitting down on the heels. High kneeling, you're up on high knees. Now, clients' hands are occupied. So if they lose balance, their face is going to go straight down to the spring, and we don't want that. We don't want anybody to fall. So the most user-friendly way to do upper body facing the foot bar is going to be to grab the box, okay? Either a short box or a long box. So say we just did some planking with the short box. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that short box on. And I'm just gonna switch it to a blue for right now. I just did upper body day yesterday, so my upper body's kind of sore. So we're gonna sit because this is gonna be a lot more accessible to general population, and that's who's coming into our classes. We don't have a bunch of athletes and dancers, although we do sometimes, right? But this will just be more accessible to more people. Small straps for more tension, long straps for less tension. Serving, start with the elbows by your side, palms up, sit tall. Push the arms out, tuck the elbows back in. Inhale, exhale. Or either way, exhale, inhale. Okay, then we go to reverse chest expansion. Arms are down by your side, palms facing out. We're going to lift the arms straight up and lower. It's an externally rotated front raise. You know, when you go to the gym and you're doing front raise, which you can do here also, but that's gonna work your shoulders, okay? We have to think about our body in relation to gravity when we're working with the spring tension on the reformer. This is going to be a lot of shoulders, because just hold your arm out in front of you for a minute, 60 seconds. Your shoulders are going to start to burn. So we're adding load into those delts, those anterior delts here. You get a little bit of pec work, but it's a lot of shoulders, okay? So we've got our serving, do that for about 30 seconds. We've got our reverse chest expansion. You can even start out here and lift and lower. And then we go into our hug a tree. So arms are out, we hug and then open. And again, you wanna think a lot of shoulders here. Sitting nice and tall, soft bend through the elbows, hands are down in front of the shoulders. I am okay if you bring your hands back a little bit further. You're gonna feel a bigger stretch through your pecs and your chest, okay? And then we're gonna go into our shaving. So you wanna hinge forward, keep the chin off the chest, make a diamond with the hands. You bring that diamond shape back behind the head, elbows are narrow, and then press back up. So I need to show you so you can see what that looks like. So when you're going into shaving, I'm gonna show you from the back. Your hands come up overhead. We have a diamond, hinge forward. So take that diamond back behind your head like this, and then push back up, okay? Back behind the head, push back up. Now, this may not feel great for some clients. As an alternative, I would do a little moussier. So if there's shoulder impingements, anytime you bring the arms up overhead, it's gonna hurt. So I would do moussiers. So keep your elbows in line with the shoulders, hands right by your temples, and then push forward and bend back. That way you're still getting extension at the elbow, okay? And then the last one was an alternating punch. I would go small straps, elbows tight, sit tall. You're gonna punch one arm out, a little bit of rotation, come back. Punch your other arm out, a little bit of rotation, and bring it back. Go for like 30, 45 seconds, and you're gonna start to progressively load everybody. Now, I always like to think about what can I do as a nice little stretch right after this. This last weekend at Pilates Anytime, we did like a little hip flexor work. So I'm just gonna throw that in real quick. So you would go red and blue or red and yellow, and actually you might wanna bring the box in front of the shoulder blocks. So you'll have to play with the smoothness of that transition. So we talked about clients having issues sitting upright because of tight hamstrings, and that's gonna pull on their low back. It's not gonna feel so good. So right here, we're gonna sit on the edge of the box. I'm gonna try to sit up as tall as possible. Heels together, toes apart, Pilates stance. Push out and in. Now, it's not a heavy spring. It's not meant to be, okay? I'm just practicing trying to keep my head over my shoulders over my hips, sitting on the top of my sits bones, because you're gonna see a lot of clients like this start to flex, okay? So sit tall. And then time at 30 seconds, hold, reach one leg under, in and out. Now, this hip flexor on my right side is working to hold my right leg up. Quadricep is working to extend the knee. Spinal extensors to sit tall through the crown of the head. I feel my hip flexor working. Other side, 30 seconds. A little bit of an external rotation, although play around. Parallel, external, whatever your heart desires, okay? And then after that, I would even do like a little monkey stretch right here. Hamstring stretch, that might feel good. Always love to add a little bit of a saw variation in. Let's see where my legs land. So open the arms out, rotate, reach, opposite pinky finger to pinky toe. This backhand is rotated medially. It's turning inward and palm up. Roll back up and rotate, reach. Should be 2 pulses. Come up and switch. Also a great way to practice that 90-degree, that tall spine, okay? As we get older, clients lose that mobility in their hip along with the strength. So we need to do both. We need to strengthen and we need to stretch.